Joining us now is former senior advisor to Joe Manchin, Jonathan Kott. And Jonathan, full disclosure, you sat with us and you told us Manchin did not walk away. He isn't gone for good. He hasn't shut down negotiations. He's just stepped back for a minute and said he wants to hear more. So you were 10 billion% right on this.
It turns out, having worked for Joe Manchin for a number of years, you learn that when he says, I'm not walking away, he's not actually walking away. He wanted more time. He always wants to get a deal done. It's the former governor in him. It never leaves him. But he wanted to take more time and make sure he got it right. And that's what he did.
What's your sense of what is making this okay for Joe Manchin? And just to be clear, some of the things this includes an historic investment in battling climate change. More money spent on battling climate change than has ever been spent before. The first time Medicare will be able to negotiate drug prices. What did he see here that made him comfortable?
I don't think it was something that he saw. He looked at the whole package. He looked at where we were. He talked to a bunch of economists. I will say the economists he listens to most are the people with a 304 area code in West Virginia who call him every day and tell him what their concerns are. So he took that time. He took out some pieces that he knew would hurt small businesses and would raise inflation. He adjusted it a little bit, and he got it exactly right. Well, I won't say exactly right. He got it right for the moment, and he thinks this is going to help the country. But he just didn't walk away. He never walks away from
He talked to economists in the 617, not just 304. He talked to Larry Summers,
yes,
Harvard professor, who told him that this fights inflation. And they've named this, basically Inflation Act, the Anti-Inflation Act of 2022. Why is that important?
Manchin has been talking about inflation for almost 2 years now. In fact, he was made fun of last year when he brought it up as a concern. I will tell you it's something he's talked to me about since 2013. He's talked to me about the debt and deficit. He wouldn't support certain bills because he said, I can't leave this debt to my grandkids. I just can't do it. Even when they were politically right, he's been talking about this for 10 years. So I think he saw the opportunity. This is one of the first times you're ever going to see Congress pass a bill that actually starts paying down the debt and deficit. We just don't do that in D.C. anymore.
They say it's going to pay down $300 billion.
That might be the biggest pay down ever.
Is he going to go out and sell this now? I mean, he signed on to it. Is he going to go out and sell, this is a good thing to spend this much money to fight climate change?
He's going to sell it to the people of West Virginia, and those are the only people he needs to sell it to. Because as he always said, if I can't go home and explain it, can't vote for it. I think he'll probably be on Hoppy Kercheval's show this morning at 10:06 explaining to the people of West Virginia. And once he's out of COVID isolation, he'll be going around the state telling everybody what's in it for them and how it's going to help make their lives better.
Because there are Republicans out there this morning saying, Joe Manchin, how could you do this? You walked away from this bill. This is raising taxes on corporations.
Something he's always been in favor of. He's always said you got to pay your fair share. Those Republicans should have listened to him when he said he's not walking away.
Jonathan Kott, you told us so. Thanks so much for being with us this morning. You look sharp this morning.